Are you paying attention yet? Two pre-academy roles asking for essential criteria: be licensed. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to get into it in this video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Temasan Williams and I am a football career strategist for football coaches who want to work in the professional academy and the elite game through my Coach Accelerator Masterclass community. So I have shared this before. I shared it months ago, and I started to notice this trend that there have been an increasing amount of pre-academy roles where they're asking for UEFA B license. For those who don't know, the UEFA B license is targeted towards 11v11 game. So it's the first license where you're focused at that level. And of course, under sevens, under eights, they are not going to be utilizing any form of tactical play in this regards, whether it's attacking down the wings and putting sessions on about that or defending in a low block. So I understand your frustrations if you're a coach who's trying to get into pre-academy and academy roles and you're not a UEFA B licensed coach yet. Firstly, it's not all clubs that are doing this, okay? But of course, the higher up the club is, especially towards the Premier League, you're going to have clubs asking for it more and more. And I saw too. And on top of it, the desirable were A license, and for another, A license and the pro license. Yes, pro license as well. So you've paid thousands and thousands of pounds to then just go and have a pre-academy role. But if you want to as a coach, then you can. Now, why would this be the situation? Firstly, we do have to take into account that there are a lot more coaches who have UEFA B license within the UK, and of course those who are coming from abroad. The attraction of the Premier League is of course global, and coaches want to work in the Premier League. And a way of starting out is going to pre-academies to then make your way through into the professional academies. Now, with this, there are two things I want you to think about. And I'm not saying that it's correct, but I'm trying to think as clubs are in terms of a business as opposed to just football, okay? We have to remember that football is a business as well. So two things. Firstly, when it comes to trying to get coaches into clubs, you can put out a advert and there may be 200 coaches who apply for it. This is a quicker way to, of course, whittle down that. So those who are UEFA C licensed, of course, you won't be able to apply, although there are clubs who are still asking for UEFA C license. And it means that you have fewer coaches, and of course, you can then save your time to then get coaches with the B license into the pre-academy. Then secondly, when it comes to clubs having the opportunities to get coaches into their professional academies and they have roles, it's easier to do it from within when you know that there's someone who has the UEFA B license and fits the criteria for the EPPP, whereby you need to have a UEFA B license coach, and whether it's part-time, full-time, they have to have that qualification to work within the professional academies, which is under 9s upwards. Otherwise, they could either fail their audit or get issues when it comes to their audit being done in the academy. So when you're looking from a business sense, okay, it may be hard to argue with that. And at the same time, it may be difficult to accept. But this is the trend. And coaches, you need to start recognizing what are the trends that are happening within the career you want to go into or you're currently in. Now, one of the things that I would say is, even if you're not going to apply for some roles, take once a week to have a look at a few roles, see if you can recognize some trends. Okay, I've talked already about the B license with pre-academies. It might be analysis that's happening, and we're seeing that more and more analyst roles for the younger age groups. So that might also be something that you need to pay attention to, or specific technologies that you need to be aware of and you need to be able to be skilled at as well, that you can start developing outside of the club environment. Start recognizing it and put yourself ahead of the game. Why? Because each year there's going to be more and more coaches who are more qualified and the pool is just going to get bigger. As I always say though, networking is a fantastic way for you to be able to move the dial forward for you in your career. So it's really important to keep connected with clubs where there are opportunities to, and you can do a bit of volunteering. I know you may not be getting paid for that particular time, and it's not supposed to be forever, but it gives you an opportunity to be within the club, be inside the club, and also connect with the people who might be the decision makers for roles that do come up. So what have you noticed? Are you seeing this trend? Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you think coaches need to approach their journey going forwards? Would love to hear your thoughts. If you share it down below in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Give a thumbs up and a like. Thank you once again for subscribing.